with us, Chuck, after all the hype, all the prep, all the pre-debate gamesmanship from both campaigns. This is it. We are literally just minutes away now from the start of this first and all-important presidential debate on the stage behind us. We've already seen the candidates tonight. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump each arriving here a bit earlier this evening. They're waiting backstage. And Chuck, we've had a moment tonight. President Bill Clinton is in the house and met Mrs. Melania Trump, and they've just shared that handshake. We've got the whole families assembled here.
We do, and I think one thing we remember, as big of personalities that they are, we know this is going to be a clash of big personalities. This is also a clash of two competing visions of America. Hillary Clinton embracing the many cultural changes, the diversity, the acceleration of globalization that's happening. Donald Trump embracing a vision that says, whoa, let's slow down, let's slow things down, let's look inward a little bit. Let's not let that get lost tonight.
Let's bring in our colleague Tom Brokaw, obviously somebody who's watched a lot of debates, but doesn't this feel like there's something special about this one, if nothing else, because they think maybe 100 million people could be watching?
Yeah, I've never seen one quite like this, in part because that 100 million people, a lot of them are still trying to make up their minds. This is going to be an important debate. You add to the television viewership, we got social media going on, the tweeting that is going on, the texting that is going on, the streaming that is going on. This is the biggest electronic event in American history, to say nothing of American presidential politics.
The stakes are so high with the polls tight, as we've seen just as recently as today. Let's go to Andrea Mitchell. Hallie Jackson is in the spin room for us. Hallie, good evening.
Hi, Savannah. And here, media and surrogates are ready for what happens after the debate. But before then, here's Donald Trump's biggest test. Can he prove he has the temperament to be commander-in-chief? It's one of his biggest negatives with voters. Too many insults, and he could come off like a bully. Too few specifics, and he could seem unprepared. Savannah?
All right, Hallie Jackson, thank you.
Let's go to Andrea Mitchell, who's been covering the Clinton campaign. What's Hillary Clinton's goal tonight, Andrea?
Well, her need is to really relate to people, especially those millennial voters. And very frankly, one of her top aides said to me, we're glad we have Donald Trump to debate against because he's the draw. He's drawing 100 million people, and that's the kind of crowd Hillary Clinton has not been able to attract. She now has to sell herself tonight. And Bill Clinton is here. He never attended any of the primary debates.
For sure. Thank you, Andrea.
So we are about 30 seconds away now from this debate. Chuck, the stakes are very high, and as I mentioned a bit earlier, the polls are extremely tight.
No, they are, and I do think the audience is very fluid. We do have a whole bunch of people who are either none of the above or undecided. So I think the polls will move after tonight.
Here we have the multi-billionaire, the former First Lady, Secretary of State, and the U.S. Senator about to debate. We'll let Lester Holt take it away.
Good evening from Hofstra University in Hempstead, New York. I'm Lester Holt, anchor of NBC Nightly News. I want to welcome you to the first presidential debate. The participants tonight are Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. This debate is sponsored by the Commission on Presidential Debates, a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization. The commission drafted tonight's format, and the rules have been agreed to by the campaigns. The 90-minute debate is divided into 6 segments, each 15 minutes long. We'll explore 3 topic areas tonight: achieving prosperity, America's direction, and securing America. At the start of each segment, I will ask the same lead-off question to both candidates, and they will each have up to 2 minutes to respond. From that point until the end of the segment, we'll have an open discussion. The questions are mine and have not been shared with the commission or the campaigns. The audience here in the room has agreed to remain silent so that we can focus on what the candidates are saying. I will invite you to applaud, however, at this moment as we welcome the candidates. Democratic nominee for President of the United States, Hillary Clinton, and Republican nominee for President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Well, I don't expect us to cover all the issues of this campaign tonight, but I remind everyone there are 2 more presidential debates scheduled. We are going to focus on many of the issues that voters tell us are most important, and we're going to press for specifics. I am honored to have this role, but this evening belongs to the candidates, and just as important to the American people. Candidates, we look forward to hearing you articulate your policies and your positions, as well as your visions and your values. So, let's begin. We're calling this opening segment Achieving Prosperity, and central to that is jobs. There are two economic realities in America today. There's been a record 6 straight years of job growth, and new census numbers show incomes have increased at a record rate after years of stagnation. However, income inequality remains significant, and nearly half of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Beginning with you, Secretary Clinton, why are you a better choice than your opponent to create the kinds of jobs that will put more money into the pockets of American workers?
Well, thank you, Lester, and thanks to Hofstra for hosting us. The central question in this election is really what kind of country we want to be and what kind of future we'll build together. Today is my granddaughter's 2nd birthday, so I think about this a lot. First, we have to build an economy that works for everyone, not just those at the top. That means we need new jobs, good jobs, with rising incomes. I want us to invest in you. I want us to invest in your future. That means jobs in infrastructure, in advanced manufacturing, in innovation and technology, clean renewable energy, and small business, because most of the new jobs will come from small business. We also have to make the economy fairer. That starts with raising the national minimum wage and also guarantee, finally, equal pay for women's work. I also want to see more companies do profit sharing. If you help create the profits, you should be able to share in them, not just the executives at the top. And I want us to do more to support people who are struggling to balance family and work. I've heard from so many of you about the difficult choices you face and the stresses that you're under. So let's have paid family leave, earn sick days. Let's be sure we have affordable child care and debt-free college. How are we going to do it? We're going to do it by having the wealthy pay their fair share and close the corporate loopholes. Finally, we tonight are on the stage together, Donald Trump and I. Donald, it's good to be with you. We're going to have a debate where we are talking about the important issues facing our country. You have to judge us. Who can shoulder the immense, awesome responsibilities of the presidency? Who can put into action the plans that will make your life better? I hope that I will be able to earn your vote on November 8th.
Secretary Clinton, thank you. Mr. Trump, the same question to you.